If you want to make coffee the old-fashioned way, then you're going to want to percolate it with this. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. I just picked this up. It's by Coletti, my favorite Italian coffee brand. This thing actually may be made in Alabama for all I know. Listen, this is one of these classic enamel coffee makers. I got this because I've got some camping coming up this spring, and so I want to be able to wake up and make myself a delicious cup of coffee. And in some of these cases, we're not going to have any real cooking equipment. It's all going to be done over a fire. Imagine that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Real cowboy-like. And so this cowboy needs a real enamel coffee maker. Now, I got this one because it is engineered for the outdoors. And that means not only does this look like the real deal, you can get them in different colors here. This was obviously that blue enamel, but there is no plastic apparently on here. We'll see if that's true. Even the little percolator window up there is supposed to be glass, and all the hinges and everything are supposed to be metal. So you can put this on coals and hopefully you won't have anything melt, except my heart when I start drinking some of that delicious, delicious coffee. So I want to show you what we get here because I've tried some of these in the past and I just love them. We get some Coletti filters right there. So you don't need a filter necessarily in the little percolator basket, but sometimes those grounds can drip on through. So I love the fact that they include, probably looks like 10 or a dozen little filters there. Oh, we get the little glass top right there. I can tell you right now, this is glass. If I drop this, it would probably shatter, and then all my hopes and dreams would follow. So we get that. You can see it screws in the top there. I have the top of the coffee maker poking through here, and here it is. Beautiful. I love this old school blue look. Man, it reminds me of visiting my grandma when she would make coffee in a percolator coffee maker just like this on her wood-burning stove. She did not have gas. She did not have electric. She threw in logs into a big Bertha stove and cooked on it, heated her house with it. In the summer, that place was stifling. I'll tell you that. Stifling. If you wanted to cook inside, it was going to be hot. Hot, I tell you. Some instructions here. If you haven't used something like this before, I haven't used one lately, but I think I remember how to do it. So here is the internal, the guts of this. Sony guts! You can see here, that blue enamel all the way around here. Sometimes it chips down here, especially when it gets hot. Sometimes that flakes off a little bit. I don't see any of that. I don't see any rust. I'm assuming maybe this is stainless here. You can see this little coiled handle here. That means this should stay pretty cool even if this gets pretty hot. You can see that stainless steel lip around there. Even the hinge right there, while not very robust, it's just wire, is indeed metal. So I should be able to close that up without anything kind of melting or just falling apart. And a nice little handle here. Don't grab it with your bare hand. Definitely use a glove on that. So first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to take the little topper. I'm just going to screw it in the top, just a turn and a half there. That is in. And then what we would do is we would take the little stand in the basket here. This is going to drop down right here in the middle. Then you're going to take the little basket. You can see where the water would drain out the bottom. You drop that on the post. We're going to put one of the little coffee filters on the bottom of that. Then we're going to cover it up. And what ends up happening is as you heat this up, fill it with water, I think about halfway. You don't want the water hitting the basket. As it starts boiling these coffee grounds, kind of just seeps around in there. You see a little bit of that bubbling spray go up here. So if you don't see anything, you know it's not hot enough. And then when you do start seeing it spray up there, it's going to be really light colored coffee. And then after about 6 or 7 minutes, it's going to get darker. The longer you cook this thing, the darker it's going to get. It's just like how I am after laying out in the sun. So, you know, just kind of keep that in mind. If you like it strong, if you like it punchy in the face, you're going to want to do it 7-8 minutes. If you don't like it that strong, if you like it really watery, like those frou-frou coffee drinks they sell you for $5, then you're probably going to want to just boil it for 4 or 5 minutes. So let's get some water in here, some coffee in here, and try it out. And then in goes the coffee. Depends how much you want. I don't usually fill it up too high. Okay, I just fired up the camera here because I just got a little pop of coffee there. So the percolator is starting to percolate. I'm the percolator. I'm the percolator. I don't see any more coffee coming. Oh, there it is. Popping, popping. Very clear, very watery right now. Obviously, it's just starting to get that coffee ground soaking into the water here. So I am going to let this percolate for 7 minutes exactly, and then we will see what kind of coffee we get from it. All right. We are right at 6.5 minutes here, and as you may be able to see there, that looks like coffee percolating on the top, and What's seeping through there and steaming up? Smells good. This place smells like a chuck wagon in the morning, waking me up to energize me so I can start moving the herd. So, let's turn off the heat here and try this coffee. All right, here comes the coffee. Right now, it smells amazing. It is super hot, so I think I'm gonna have to let that just sit there for a moment, but I tell you what, the cold Arctic wind blasting outside. Whoo, this feel good to hold in the hands at least. All right, cannot wait to take my first sip of this coffee. All right, so my Coletti percolated coffee right here. Let's give it a try. It's been a few minutes here, so hopefully it's a little cooler. Steam's still coming off there. Smells good. Obviously, not dressed up with anything. Naked like I am from the waist down right now, but let's try it black. Oh yeah, I should say that this is a dark roast coffee. And that is hot, but whoo! I tell you what, you know, there's sometimes that burnt or bitterness that you get in coffee, and I feel like when you percolate coffee or cowboy that coffee up, sometimes when you gotta make coffee with what you got, it just tastes better. And I'm not sure if it's bringing up to that high temperature, that rolling boil or what have you, but man, that tastes good. And it's so smooth, and yeah, I don't need to dress it up with anything. I'd be happy to nurse this all morning long. I tell you what, this is how you want to wake up. If you are somewhere out in the wilderness and you got a campfire going and you're thinking, hey, I can't make coffee because I got just one of these little city pots. They're all fragile and dainty. Well, you can pick up this Coletti pot. It's hot. It made some awesome coffee here. It's got all metal hardware glass here, so you don't have to worry about anything melting, falling into the fire, the whole thing just collapsing on you. Not like I will in a crisis. Make yourself an awesome cup of coffee. Get the outdoor enamel coffee pot for your next trip. You're going to love it. I'll put a link to it in the description below. Peter Von Panda. Out. That is good. And then what we would do is we would take this little basket and